After Diddy's dirty laundry's been aired all over the media, tons of people are coming out with their own stories about the bad boy mogul's dark side. But one rapper who ain't hesitated to speak about Diddy even in the past is Eminem.
I'm with the doc still, but this idiot's boss pops pills and tells him he's got skills. But Kel's the day you put out a hits, the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out, they got pop kill, ah? And I'm just playing, Diddy. You know I love you.
But what's happened to the Mockingbird singer lately? Now is he trying to stay under the radar, or is he preparing for Diddy's final downfall before he comes and exposes him one last time?
Sean Diddy Combs' bizarre "It Was Handled" reply to Eminem's claim that he put out a hit on Tupac Shakur has resurfaced 5 years later and sparked yet more controversy for the embattled music mogul. So Diddy's response to the rapper's 2018 diss track, Kill Shot, which tied him to the murder of the late rap icon, has resurfaced as Diddy is entangled in lawsuits and home raids. In the song, Eminem calls out Machine Gun Kelly, saying, quote, "Kells, the day you put out a hit is the day Diddy admits that he put the hit out that got Pac killed. Ah," end quote. So this is in reference to the infamous 1996 drive-by shooting in which the legendary rapper was murked. So following the release of the track, Diddy responded in a now-deleted episode of Joe Budden's YouTube series. During his guest appearance, he shared a very cryptic reaction, telling listeners that the situation with Eminem was handled privately, adding, quote, "He said there's nothing to say about it. It's in my hands. He wild."
Now, everybody knows that the beef between Diddy and Eminem runs deep. And I mean, why wouldn't it? Em practically called Diddy out for Tupac's murder and Kill Shot.
I went undercover to see what Diddy does to new rappers. I'm like, look, Diddy, here's my demo and my resume. Diddy replied, "The only demo I need is to see how good you suck my dick." I was like, "The fuck you think you is?"
What?
He's like, "I'm Diddy." I took off my disguise and said, "I'm Eminem." Diddy ran away. I went undercover.
Now, that ain't all, though. Once upon a time, Eminem also went undercover to see what Diddy does with new rappers, and y'all won't believe what Diddy asked them to do.
So Diddy got a history of doing that. One thing I did see in this lawsuit, Lil Rod, he alleges that, Diddy's son Justin was helping Diddy, get underage girls. And I guess he was bringing them to parties. You know anything about that?
I think Justin is the boy that could do it, if anybody. Him or either Quincy. You understand? Justin is a pretty boy. You understand? He look young. He around that age, what, he about 25, 26 years old? So I don't know about underage, but it's a possibility because those girls, 16, 15 years old, they gonna like that light skin, that curly hair. You understand? Man, listen here. We got girls that's, what you call them, video vixens. And I ain't gonna mention no names because I don't want to hear it. They say they were sneaking into parties at 15 and 16 years old. So why you think 15 and 16-year-olds ain't sneaking in the Diddy party? So Lil Rod, if he having conversations with him, he may say, "Yo, how old are you?" or something like that. Somebody say, "I'm like 16, I'm 15. Somebody had to tell him their age for him to know. Who you came here with? I came here with Justin. So what did that say?
Yeah, I mean, that's a good point. And looking at this lawsuit, right, Lil Rod, he alleges that, Diddy promised him a Grammy if he participated in homosexual activity.
I read that, man. You understand? And what kind of power do you have when you can promise somebody a Grammy award? Who are you doing something with, or who do you know that can promise? Beyonce can't. Did Beyonce get a Grammy for anything? Did she get a Grammy for an album or anything like? Has she got a Grammy? She got Grammys before, right?
Yeah, she got Grammys, but she never got one for Album of the Year, though.
Right. So if she never got a Grammy for Album of the Year, and Diddy could promise a producer, if he's in a homosexual act, that he could give him a Grammy, what kind of power, who he doing, or what he know that he could get that done? That's some kind of spooky shit, bruh. No disrespect. That's real spooky. If he could promise somebody. And good thing the kid didn't believe him, because if the kid would have believed him, he might have got his booty hole tore up. So my whole thing about it is, listen here, man. He has to have some real power, but he showed us his power. Remember at the BET Awards? Remember when they was trying to go to commercial? And he said, "Nah, we not go." Whoever done that, bruh? Whoever stopped the people from going to commercial? Nobody ever did that but Diddy, bruh. So he had some kind of power at one time. We don't know if he still got that power, but at the BET Awards, when they wanted to go to commercial, He did not allow them to go to commercial. So evidently, he knows somebody, or he doing somebody, or somebody doing him, allegedly.
You talking about when he was giving that speech at the BET Awards for the Lifetime Achievement Award?
When he gave his speech, he just kept going, bro. He just kept going and wouldn't stop. And he said, it don't matter how much it costs. We're going to keep going. And they wouldn't even go to commercial. That's never happened before, bro. Never.
But you know what? Does it really come as a surprise to anybody right now? Especially after Diddy's ex-bodyguard, Gene Deal, revealed that Diddy promised Lil Rod a Grammy if he participated in gay activities? I think not.
Hey, Puff, I was running around with Puff for a minute, but we was just partying, man. Puff liked to party. So that's basically all we did. I think the few times I was running around with D-Mac and Puff, we just did a bunch of partying. We might have went to the studio once or twice, but I didn't get to record nothing. I was just,
Another rapper who's mistakenly exposed Diddy for his dirty ways is the rapper The Game, who's been to so many of Diddy's infamous freak-off parties.
Welcome to the family, John.
In fact, there's even a viral video of Diddy in The Game giving an underage Justin Bieber drinks upon drinks at one of Diddy's freak-offs before allegedly abusing him.
You know what? Let me put it into terms that maybe a rapper could barely understand. I'm going to beat you down so severely, it's gonna leave you mentally scarred like you left Diddy's party too late.
Because, yo, let's be real. The entire entertainment world seems to know what went down at Diddy's parties.
Why do you think T.D. Jakes was at Puff Daddy's birthday party?
Do you remember when Bernie Mac played the minister in Friday?
Yes.
That's how I feel about T.D. Jakes. Like, that's how I see. Oh, Miss Parker, come to pray. But for him to be at a Diddy party, I don't know. Like, I feel the same way about that as I feel about when Tyler Perry came to his church and laid hands on him and he caught the Holy Spirit from Tyler Perry. Tyler Perry is the bishop of what? Like, I've never, like, and I cut a check for 100, and I'm gonna lay my hands on your bishop. And he said, and then the bitch said, it's on the fucking internet. He's doing all of this, right? And then there's a woman on the dais screaming, push the baby out. Birth that baby. I'm like, what? Are we a church? Or is this about to turn into like a whole nother scene, like a lost scene from Eyes Wide Shut? Like, this shit is looking a little weird. I mean, if Bishop Jakes was at a Diddy party, there could only be two reasons. Money or sex. That's all that happens at Diddy parties. Money and sex. I hope it was for money.
Charitable contribution.
I hope it was for money, because arguing about who's going to put the strap-on is... That can be a very uncomfortable situation. You know, we're going to pray on it, praise the Lord.
American pastor T.D. Jakes is among Diddy's very favorites, and he was always in attendance at his parties. And if you're wondering what a pastor's got to do with a freak-off, y'all be surprised to know that Jakes was in on all the crimes.
Long before she met Doug Emhoff, she dated some prominent men, including in 2001, former talk show host Montel Williams. Back then, he was the famous one and had to introduce her to the paparazzi. Now, the whole world knows who she is.
And let's just say that Diddy is as well connected as it gets, so it explains why a lot of rappers are now choosing to stay silent about everything that's going down. You know, in case the diddler manages to find his way out of this mess as well.
Oh, hey, everybody know ain't no party like a Diddy party, so.
Yeah, that's what's up. Yeah.
Now, out of all people, LeBron James is one of Diddy's most prominent party attendees. Now, his close bond with Diddy has always been suspicious, especially now that all the dirt on Diddy's out in the open.
I ain't confused. I ain't on that shit. That nigga tried to kill me for real. I just fucking got out of that shit. I've been missing for almost like 2 years. I didn't even know where the I was at. I do not with LeBron James. That is a trafficker, my nigga. That nigga is a trafficker. He is a trafficker. He trafficked women in real time. That stole all my money out of my bank account.
And let's not forget about this former WNBA star who claims that James trafficked her and many other women. So maybe he's on part of Diddy's sex trafficking ring too.
Phones, guys. I need your phones. I need your phones. I need your phones. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. And Quincy, I know you have 2 phones, Quincy. Oh, there you go. That's what I love. Yeah.
Yo, don't believe it? Take a look at this video where all of Diddy's guests had to turn their phones in before hopping on a yacht to attend his freak-off party. Yeah, the diddler made sure that ain't nobody could ever record any of his crimes except for, you know, his own self.
Where you put my bag? I like when you like this, Daddy. Yeah, where you put my bag? Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping for shit. No, I like that. You know, I'll be practicing. I got Mr. Lee, yeah, I love this drink. Where you put my bag? I like when you like this, Daddy. Yeah, where you put my bag? Daddy, I like when you scrambling and scraping. When you scrambling and scraping for shit. No. Okay, yeah, I'm not gonna go over with that one. Make a wish. That one. Just blow it out. It's your birthday every day. Every day's a birthday on Drink Champs. Goddammit, I'm in.
Where I look back on where I became.
Did you miss me though? For real, because I'm saying it seems like a thing.
I miss
this
partying
birthday
with
party,
Puff, man.
Man, but I'm talking about for your birthday. Huh? Why won't you party with me for your birthday, man?
Yeah, we partied for my birthday before. You came to my party.
No, but me and you ain't never really party. You know what I'm saying? Eyes, brother.
Oh,
Eyes. I understand. I understand.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Yo, okay. So check this out. It's me, Tyrese, Ray J, and F. Gary Gray. You know, I'm a type of nigga, I like variety, man. I like people that's unpredictable. You know what I'm saying? I like different personalities. So I was like, I never knew they would become what they are today. But you know what I'm saying? But like, you know, that sounded like the type of night I want to have in Vegas. You understand what I'm saying? Okay. So Tyrese kept on talking.
This is a Floyd fight, right?
Yeah. And Tyrese keep on talking about like how you got to get back for church. And we just like, yo, the night ain't start. You got to get back for church. We in motherfucking Vegas, nigga. But like, you can go to church next week. You know what I'm saying? Sending your thing. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing but we in Vegas. Don't be bringing God into this situation. Don't bring God into this situation. You know what I'm saying? F. Gary Gray is like, nigga, shut the fuck up. You know what I'm saying? Then you got Ray J. So Ray J is like,
Rockefeller Town, motherfucking city, nigga. I love New York. You gon' respect this hustle. Now what you know about that?
Hey. Well, there's plenty of instances where Diddy's actually been recorded being sexually suggestive and inappropriate with other people. Men, to be specific.
No, this right here is crazy. I bet you guys are like, oh, what are we looking at? Oh, you remember this guy right here? He literally let cell phones on the island, in the tunnels, and everywhere. You should know that cell phones can be tracked. Now, we know we got the flight logs and they redacted a whole bunch of names and changed a whole bunch of names. But what's even better than that is an intelligence firm called Near Intelligence literally mapped out the location of every phone that was on that island. And Florida is lit up. And this right here shows you the state of America, when they can have flight logs, even geo cell phone data, but yet they leave them all alone, but they can show up on your doorstep if you say something wrong on social media. Meanwhile, P. Diddy is still walking the streets in Miami after the feds raided his house.
What's up? Miami's like that. Smooth.
Now does that look a stressed out fall guy too? No, he's a gatekeeper. They all are, and they're untouchable.
Now that kind of behavior is why Diddy's being compared to Epstein and all the trafficking that he was involved in.
Looking at this lawsuit, right, Lil Rod, he alleges that, Diddy told him personally that he had sex with Usher. And when you look at the lawsuit, even though they got Usher's name redacted, you could tell who it is because they describe him as the guy that performed at the Super Bowl.
Right.
So, we all know who that is, but how you feel about that, man?
But I mentioned that earlier, that he said about Stevie J. The Usher part, that's a touchy situation, man. But he got on Shay Shay and he mentioned how great and how good Puff taught him and everything. You know what I'm saying? About the business. I know, and people know, that was around that in that time that Puff and Usher did have a situation. And that situation led Usher to the hospital. Now I let Usher explain that to y'all. I let Usher tell that story. But how dare you say a man that groomed you, you gonna give him a pass? Now I'm telling that because you taking up for somebody that you know and a lot of more people know didn't do you right. Let Usher explain that to you. Let Usher mama explain that to you. And the hospital was in Scarsdale, New York.
Diddy's former bodyguard, Gene Deal himself, has revealed that Diddy groomed Usher when he was just a kid, even sending him to the hospital with all the abuse that he put him through.
I knew I used to wait outside of Turkish baths for him. You know what they do in the Turkish baths?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't? Okay. That's where a lot of gay men meet. And they all take hot baths together. That's a lot of that these guys get into when they start having certain meetings with certain people and they meet them at the Turkish bath and they do their meetings and they meet their people in those type of situations where they're comfortable at. So they don't have to worry about their indiscretions coming out. You mean? You understand what I'm saying? So that's why, you know, twice, sometimes 3 times a week, me and the driver be outside. He'll run into the Turkish bath.
And well, let's just say that Gene's seen a lot, and he's got enough dirt on Diddy to send that rapper to jail forever.
Oh yeah, because Go-Mac wanted me to motherfucking bring up all that, but you've worked with Puffy. You worked with Puffy, right?
Yeah, I worked with him. He flew me out to Miami.
Yeah.
And,
when you got asked this nigga did he party?
Yeah, nah. Listen to me, this is real shit. So when I went out there, peace, it was cool, and I worked pretty quick. So he left for a little bit, then came back to the studio. I had the song done. Sometimes I feel like I'm lonely. He was like, "Oh, B, that's hard." Boo, boo, boo. I like, because he love Above the Law. I love NWA, cocaine. So he took me out. He said, "We're going out tonight, right?" So I was like, "Oh shit, that's Puff Daddy." Yeah.
Right, you went out with him.
Yeah, so we
ain't gonna judge yet. This story got an ending. Don't jump ahead. Go ahead, cocaine.
So I hop in the whip with him. You
hopped in the whip with him?
Yeah.
All right.
The brother pulled out, no bullshit.
No! Okay, go ahead. My bad. I'm fucking with you.
The brother pulled out these things, and it was these pills. It was an ashtray full of ecstasy. He said, "You want one?" I said, "Nah, man, I don't do that. I don't smoke weed." So we go to this club, popping club, and we go to the first floor. It's cool. It's popping. Everybody's, "Hey, man, getting on, doing their thing, right?" But then we go to like second floor, and it's kind of different. But then we go to the third floor, the upper room.
Not the third floor.
The upper room.
I'm fucking with
Look,
you.
I look to the right. Man's kissed this man. Man's kissing. Nigga, I looked at that puppy like, "Nigga, where you got me at, homie?"
Nigga, where you got me at, homie? Right.
He knew I was uncomfortable, so he dropped me off immediately.
Okay.
And that was that, and I left the next day.
But that's respect.
Yeah, that was.
He still tried to see what's up, but he realized.
Nah.
So actually, Puffy a G. He
Yeah.
tried to even pull that with you in any way.
Nah, I wasn't. Come on, man.
He's like,
Come
he
on,
did
man.
not offer to take you shopping though.
Nah. I think the nigga did try to bait me in though, but I'm like, come on, man.
He was trying to see how you was moving, because
Yeah.
all you got to do most of the time is just throw the alley-oop to most of these motherfuckers like Lil Rel. They be like, "How I do it?"
Yeah, because at that time, P, You know, it was cracking. I was on the last meal. Dr. Dre, Chronic 2001. So he was, you know, besides the Brother Law, he was like, man, you cool.
And this is what year was that?
Wait a minute. This was in 2000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That was like, that was my puppy story.
That's but that puffy story deep, because let me tell you something. I done heard a lot of them just like that.
Yeah.
They try to throw alley-oops at niggas. First of all, I'm too scared to get in the car with any nigga I don't know.
Yeah.
I was at my motherfucking uncle funeral. I was like, hey, I ain't getting in the car with y'all.
Follow you. I'll follow you.
I be too scared to get in cars with guys, but especially strangers.
It was an experience, you know, to do music, but then it was uncomfortable.
Cocaine has also talked about how Diddy once offered him ecstasy, then drove him to a club in Miami and took him to the 3rd floor where he was surrounded by men who was kissing each other. I mean, that just goes to show the kind of fun that Diddy liked to have.